These shoes cost almost $500, and for this video I ended up getting some from Forkick.shop for 1/5 of the price. We will be full on legit checking them with side-by-side pictures to see if they are 1-to-1 to the retail. And before we get into it, I just want to let y'all know I am having a huge giveaway in my Discord server right now, so make sure to join using the link in my bio. Also, everything I say in this video will be my honest opinion, and I am not getting paid to say anything good about Forkick. I'm just doing this for free so you don't end up getting scammed. Now let's get right into it. Starting off with the box, it came pretty much perfect. There are a few dents up here, I think from storing it, but otherwise it looks perfect. Looking at the size tag here, it does have all of the correct info. I'm pretty sure this looks exactly how it's supposed to look. But getting into the important part, let's open up the box. Right away, you can see Forkick put their info right here. They do have all of their website info here, but it will also be in the description down below. Looking at the wrapping paper, it does look like it's the right material and it feels good. It doesn't feel like a cheap, thin paper material. And taking the first shoe out, I'll give you guys a quick 360, but already feeling the shoe, it feels like it has the right weight to it. And to me, honestly, it looks good right away. All the cages look like they're going the right way. The suede feels good, and there doesn't seem to be any flaws with the logos at all. Looking at the bottom of the shoe, that looks all good too. And looking at the back flap here, it does come back right away, which is a really good sign. But this shoe does feel really good. Honestly, looking at it at first glance, I can already say nobody's gonna call you out with these, but we will still be doing the legit check to see if they're 1-to-1. The quality doesn't feel cheap at all. I can move these around, nothing's falling apart. All the stitching looks good right away. It's got the correct air bubble here, and then also the back curves like that. And taking out the second pair, I'll show you guys a quick 360 of these. They should look the exact same. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the legit check on these. And don't worry if the shoe in the side-by-side pictures is a different colorway. They didn't have an exact legit check guide for the White Thunders, but I'll just be going over the most common Jordan 4 legit checks. So these pictures are universal for any Jordan 4 colorway. All right, so the first check is going to be the stitching on the bottom here. Usually fake pairs will be too spread out, but looking at the pictures, this does look like the authentic picture. And on this side, the exact same thing. So I think it checks out here. Looking at the next check, it's going to be the back stitching. We obviously don't have the stitching around here, so don't pay attention to that one, but we do have the stitching down here to check. Looking down here, fakes usually have inconsistent stitching, and they'll have usually fewer threads than the real pair. But looking at it up close, the stitching does look like it's close together, and I don't see any inconsistencies. To me, these look really close to the authentic picture. Also, if you guys see anything wrong with these at any time in this video, make sure to comment it down below. Sometimes it's hard to check every single detail, so it's possible that I can miss a few things. All right, the third check is going to be the interior tongue tag. Fakes will usually have this Air Jordan text way too small, and there's more spacing in between the letters and the stitching. So looking at this pair, there looks like there is almost a little bit too space in between the stitching here and the N, but the stitching to the A looks good. There's almost no space there, which is perfect. So I would say this half passes the check, but to be honest, nobody's noticing that. The next check is the suede. This is a black colorway, so it is kind of hard to see the suede active with my finger going over it, but in person, you could see it obviously changing colors. And the suede just feels good, so I say it passes the suede for sure. The next check is going to be the heel. Usually fake pairs will be too straight, so to have it like the authentic, there should be a curve in the back. To me, the curve looks perfect, so it passes there. The next check is going to be the sock liner. Just make sure that it looks consistent all the way going around, and it should remain pretty thick. This pair, it stays thick all throughout here, but it does kind of get a little bit skinny right there. I don't know how big of a flaw that is comparing it to the picture, because it almost looks like the authentic does that too. That could be a flaw, but honestly, that's pretty hard to see comparing it to the picture. I don't think I'm going to count it because it does remain the consistent thickness throughout, so I would say it passes there. The next check is going to be the exterior tongue logo. You just want to make sure that the stitching is thick and the threads aren't too long. They should be pretty close together. And looking at it up close, it does look like the authentic picture. On the fake pair, the threads are so much longer, and you can tell with these that it clearly looks like the authentic. And the last check is going to be the toe box of the shoe. On fakes, the toe box is usually too thin, but you want it to be inflated and thick. This is a pretty hard check to notice, but just comparing it to the authentic picture, it does look good to me. The toe box looks good. I don't see any flaws there, but this one is hard to check. Let me know in the comments if you guys think it looks wrong, but I say it passes that. But that was it for the legit check. To be honest, the shoe was pretty flawless. Overall, I rated a 9.5 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 if the inside tag was perfect, but it almost does look like there's a little bit too big of a gap there. But in person, nobody's going to be able to tell that. You're going to be wearing the shoe most of the time. Nobody's going to tell you to take it off and just start legit checking it. It's not like this is a $10,000 pair of shoes. So if I had the choice of rather buying these for $500 or buying them for $150 or whatever it was, I am choosing these and saving myself $350 any day. But the back tabs are perfect. Everything is perfect about these. It actually actually surprised me a lot. I have heard of good things from Forkick. I know they carry almost every single shoe, every single brand, and they all have really good prices. So if you want to check them out, their link will be down in the description below. And again, I am not sponsored to say anything good about them. If these shoes were trash, I would let you guys know. And I literally showed you guys side-by-side pictures and it passed like every single one. So this is a very solid pair. Forkick is definitely worth checking out. I actually got some Dior's in from them too. So if you want to check those out, the video will be on my channel as well. Again, make sure to check out my link tree in the bio of my channel and make sure to join my Discord. When you're watching this, I most likely have a giveaway going on right now. But without wasting any more of your guys' time, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.